What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mini Bike Builders Guild. Today I'm going to show you how to install a brake light on the cheap, super easy to use, and make it go blinky blinky blinky. Alright, so I've got some stuff on this table here. We're going to put on a simple brake light. I get these from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. This is already resisted to be used as a brake light. I really want to note is this little package right here. This is what it's called. It's a power distribution board for a drone. Okay, so what this does is you put your XT60 connector. These ones have leads on them, but it just goes in right there and gets soldered in place. And it distributes the power. It even has up here little pads for a 5-volt output if you want to do some low power lighting or anything like that. Just get it wet, let it flow. A little soldering tip, don't ever sand down the tip of your soldering iron. It's got a special coating on it to flow the solder. Just use a wet sponge when it's hot. Let her distribute a bit. Hard to do this with the camera's view. We'll tin up some spots. Maybe hit them again with the heat. Let it flow a little better. See that? It comes a little piece of the two-sided tape in the package. That's a great way to install it to anything. But whenever you're using two-sided tape, you really got to make sure that you let it sit long enough. It takes time for the sponginess to get into all little grooves and things. But after a couple days, it'd be real hard to remove. This is called VHB. This is the same thing they use in skyscrapers to attach the glass, believe it or not. So I'm going to do this and then help it along with some super glue. We'll get it mounted in the middle of this fender here. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is take some aluminum tape and tape that wire to the inside of the fender. The red and yellow you want to constant power. This runs off the switch on the handlebars. Okay, most of these brakes on these things have a 2-tab system already built in. It's just an on-off switch in line. So all you have to do is run a wire to the one and a wire back to the ground. And when you pull the brake, it lights up the brighter light. Now we have our wire pre-tinned with some shrink tube on it. I prefer soldering with a hot-ass iron. It just makes it quick. I have all my wires in this little box thing that I have made. But basically you just cover the board in hot glue and it's waterproof. You know what I mean? So what I did here is that, you know, we're tinned here, we're tinned there with our connector. So now I have all the wires. I just cut some little holes in the top of this thing, stick the wires through. So now we're going to put the black wire and the yellow wire from the brake light, positive and negative. So yellow is the positive, black is the negative. Now this red wire will go to one of these from the levers on the brakes. Make sure these little wires get tinned properly. Okay, so now all we got to do is touch them to the right spot. Like I said, black is black, you know, so that's pretty easy. So you just set it right there. Okay, here we go. What you do is put some power to this and find out which light or which wire turns that brake on. So go ahead and squeeze that left one. Just hold it down. Try to find out what's going on here. This. Let me try this. No, just turn it off. Oh, it's got to be on positive. Okay, so now squeeze it in and out. Let go. Hold it again. Okay, so we're good. So then, let go. So then this red wire hooks to this one, and then the other one hooks to the positive of another lead. I'm going to two-sided tape this thing to down here, and then we'll put everything in there and hot glue it and seal it all up and make it waterproof. Let's check and make sure that everything works. Left brake, boom, right brake, boom. Too easy. 3-cell, 11.1 volt, 20C, 1000 milliamp hour. So 1000 milliamp hour will run this bike for probably with the brake light on for probably 3 hours straight. So I use one of these to charge. I'll put a link to it in the description so you guys can see what it is. This is a cheap Amazon charger, but it's really nice. It works well, tells you everything you need to know. I'm going to charge it 1.5, and there we go. And it's that easy. It'll charge up, and man, you got a whole day of riding in front of you on the cheap.